Hello everyone, I'm instructor Alex and we're going to get started with our first circuit. We're going to need a stick, such as a broomstick, and a chair. Let's start off by sitting at the edge of the chair. We're going to grip the stick overhand, a little wider than shoulder width. Come up, we're going to press directly above us, keeping the stick as close to our face as much as possible. So we're pressing directly up and then coming down. Let me show you a side view now. So at the edge, wider than shoulder, come up and then come down. Common mistake is the arch in the back as it goes up. So let's avoid that and keep our back as straight as possible throughout the entire movement. All right, so for our next exercise, we're going to need a towel. Let's start off by twisting the towel and pulling on it. We're going to take a step forward, sitting into that lunge while bringing up the towel diagonally towards that front foot. And then we can come back. So again, sit into that lunge while bringing up the towel and still pulling on it, and then come back. Now I'll show you the side view. I'm going to be using the other leg now. So take that step forward, bring it diagonally towards the front foot, come back. All right, a common mistake is letting the knee pass the toes. You don't want to do that. We want to make sure our knee is aligned with our ankle, and then we come back. All right, everyone, so for our final exercise, let's start off by standing hip width apart. We're going to plant one of our foot directly into the floor and then hover the other foot off the ground. Then we'll tap in front of us, come back to the center, tap to the side, come back to the center, tap back, come back to the center. All that movement's gonna be hovering off the ground. That's gonna count as one repetition. So I'll show you the other side now. If you need some assistance with balance, feel free to grab a chair. So we come forward, to the side, and back. Common mistake is losing balance, but if you plant your foot firmly into the ground, you should be fine.
Hello, my name is Crystal and I'll be instructing this workout. For your first exercise, we'll be doing pull-up parts, so you can use a shirt, a towel, or a resistance band. That's what I'll be using. So for the pull-up part, you're going to want to stand shoulder distance apart. Make sure you really plant your feet because that's going to stabilize you. You're going to want to grab your imaginary belt buckle and pull it forward just so that your hips and back are nice and aligned. For your shoulders, you're going to want to have them relaxed while having your arms straight out with the resistance band flat. You're going to want to make sure your arms are nice and strong so that you can create tension and then bring it back together. So from a side perspective, you're going to make sure you plant your feet nice and flat. That's going to be your support. Grab your imaginary belt buckle and pull it forward so you can see your hips and your back are aligned and straight. Your shoulders relaxed. Put your arms straight out. Keep them nice and strong. A common mistake is having your shoulders too high and having your arms too loose. You want to have some relaxed shoulders and a nice support for your arms just so you can create the tension with the resistance band and go in nice and relaxed. Make sure you don't snap it so that you don't create friction within your shoulders. So for your second exercise, we'll be doing good morning. So go ahead and grab a shirt, towel, or resistance band. I will be using a resistance band. So you'll have to plant your feet shoulder distance apart, have your knees slightly bent, and grab that imaginary belt buckle and pull it forward so that your hips and back are aligned. With your resistance band, you're going to want to grab it by its sides and create tension while having it behind your head. Make sure that there's a little gap between your elbows and your sides. A common mistake is that you have your elbows in by your sides, creating your shoulders to cave in. You want to make sure that there's that little gap. So from a side perspective, you want to make sure your feet are shoulder distance apart, your knees are slightly bent, you have that imaginary belt buckle pulled in, and then that tension within the resistance bands and that slight gap between your elbows. You're going to want to lean forward and have only your tailbone go out as if there's a wall behind you and you need to push a button with your tailbone. So we'll You go down, you want to get about halfway, and then come right back up. For our third exercise, we'll be doing a high plank. So you're going to want to get in a push-up-like position. So that means you want to have your wrist, your elbow, and your shoulder all stacked up while both your arms are shoulder distance apart. You're going to want to grip the floor, for this will be your main source of support. You're going to want to kick your legs back to be on the balls of their feet. And you're going to want to grab that imaginary belt buckle once again and pull it forward so that your hips and back are aligned. A common mistake is that you have your hips too high or too low, so you're going to want to make sure that they're nice and straight like a table, and you're just going to want to hold this position.
Hey 3-Wins team, my name is Jordan, and I'm going to be taking you through circuit number 3. This is a cardio circuit, so let's get ready to get our heart pumping. First thing we're going to do is quick feet. So you start with your feet shoulder width apart, bend your knees, hips go back, and we're going to move our feet as fast as we can. Move your feet at the same time, you're going to be moving your hands. So feet, hands, you're going to try to shake the floor, alright? We're going to do this, 3, 2, 1, go. Keep moving the feet, you should be shaking the ground. Make sure you're also moving your hands. Eyes forward. You're halfway there. Don't stop, your legs should be burning. Don't stop 10 seconds. And stop. Good work. Alright, next exercise. This is called an Icky Shuffle. So you want to imagine a box in front of you. Use your fingers, draw a box on the floor in front of you. Imaginary box. Put your feet in that box. What we're going to do is step out to the side, bring the knee up, 2 steps on the inside, 1 step on the outside. Ready? Make sure you're moving your hands, getting your motion going. 3, 2, 1, let's go. 2 in, 1 out. 2, 1. Now let's go as quick as we can. This is working on balance on the outside while keeping your heart rate up. We're halfway there. Don't stop, we got 10 seconds. Three, 2, 1, stop. Good work. All right, third exercise we call boxer burnout. So you're gonna bring your feet shoulder width apart again. Bend your knees, hips back. Make 2 soft fists, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna punch with all your energy straight forward. Back to the middle, straight forward. Right? We're gonna do this as fast as we can. Make sure you're breathing. While you're punching, don't hold your breath, okay? 3, 2, 1, let's go. Now, while you're punching, keep breathing, keep looking straight forward. Halfway there. Elbows up, punching straight ahead. 5 seconds. Remember, we want to twist when we punch. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good work.